And green flag, the Würth 400 at Dover is underway.
Kyle Larson already way up on the outside trying to make some hay. It's 3 wide getting into the corner.
Keselowski dropped to the bottom, single file for the first 3. Briscoe on the outside against Blaney for 4th.
And Kyle Busch got through the gears really good in that restart. Got out front, got to the bottom of the racetrack first, right where you want to be. That's the preferred line at the moment until the top starts coming in, probably a little later on in the race.
All right, 2 laps to the competition caution. Something NASCAR usually does when there's been rain the day before, mainly to allow the teams to check tire wear.
Yeah, guys, if you see it, the pace is not falling off that much. The concern was not the pace, it's just simply the right side tire wear.
And when that gets better, that's when that conversation of track position that you heard Kyle Busch talk about, and I said it alluding to coming to the green there, that flip because of the metric really lied right in the hands of Kyle Busch and these guys right here. The other one, Ryan Blaney, the 12 car, you see even Keselowski, those guys are laying some big time laps down.
So Kyle Busch has led every one of the 20 laps so far. They'll let the field cycle through, and then we'll see that competition caution. Christopher Bell started second, running second. Blaney third, Keselowski fourth, just the way they started. William Byron in 5th, up 3 spots. Stenhouse in 7th, up 2, and Denny Hamlin in 8th, up 5 positions from when he started. They're among the biggest movers. Speeding penalties. He just picked up his 4th. And it happened in segment 3 of pit road, which is on the curve and one of the shortest segments in all of pit lane. He was too fast, and in reflection, the team said this.
I don't get it. I don't either. I mean, we didn't do anything different there. We'll be fine. I know it's hard to pass. The guys were able to start moving around there around 15 laps in on tires, so just be patient.
As we approach the Geico restart zone, and we're back to green. Brad Keselowski, William Byron.
That is a fantastic restart on the bottom, not the preferred line by William Byron, and a heads up start by Denny Hamlin pushing him to that lead. Keselowski had the preferred line on the outside.
Now, where's Christopher Bell? He went from 2nd to 13th on the pit stop. His team had a 16-second stop as Keselowski climbs the hill, and around goes Noah Gragson. Caution. All right, 32 laps complete. Here we go.
Ready, go, go, go. 11, 17's right on you.
That's typically the start you see on the outside with both cars in the same gear.
3 wide right behind them. Look at
Chastain, always very aggressive, making some hay right there on the outside, 3 wide.
Looks like Josh Berry might have got up there and tagged the wall a little bit coming off of turn 4 just then. It looked to me like it was very close, just might have scraped it.
Well, he'd been into, turn around, Suarez, Daniel Suarez hard on the wall on the inside. A few more sliding, BJ McLeod, Ty Dillon hard to the inside wall. There's Kyle Busch. I don't think he got in it. He's back there in that mess because of pit road speeding penalty. You can see Suarez just gets loose, overcorrects, get into the wall a little bit, but then it starts stacking up behind everybody. Hit the brakes. Kyle Busch gets into Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon rolls into the inside wall. Bam! Extremely hard right there. You see the back of the car crunch. And Larry, please help me with what's changed with the Toyota cutaway car here.
as we're ready to restart.
He's in first now.
Okay.
Something about just not being able to get those shifts down like he wants to. He still lost a lot of ground right there.
Blaney takes advantage, settles in third.
And that Chastain is not afraid to go 3 wide in that first corner.
We talked a lot about Denny Hamlin in the first 20 laps of this race, how well he was going to the front and how good that car looked, and now he's got good track position right now. I can't wait to see if he's got the performance he had early in this event.
If you look at his lap times, he's the only one in a 23-second bracket. I mean, you got the leader there, 24:08, 24:10 behind him. There's another 01, 24:68 on Chastain in front of him. You know, he was in a 23:80s.
And around he goes! Oh my gosh, caution is out, lap 81, and it's Kyle Larson.
Well, so much for the fastest car on the track. Oh no!
He and Brennan Poole got together. Poole in the 15 this week for Rick Ware Racing. And we're told Ross Chastain got into the 15, and that may have ignited this.
See Brennan Poole passing Austin Dillon. Oh, Chastain got in the back of him. Slid
up
right
he
up
comes.
in front of him, right in his lap.
And just as Larson slid up the track last week at Talladega in front of Ryan Preece, well, same song, different verse.
Well, it'll be another week of Twitter and putting the pressure on, blaming it on Chastain. Unfortunately, I don't think that was needed right there. You can't get into him getting into the corner, Rusty. Cars are light, and you're for sure going to go around.
Yeah, he's got a steering wheel in his hand and a brake and a gas on his feet. He could have controlled that a little bit better. That was a little too aggressive, in my opinion.
It's not mean to do that at all. Gosh.
Did not mean to do that at all, he said. First Cup start for Brennan Poole since 2020, and it ends early here in Dover. He will join Noah Gragson, Daniel Suarez, and Ty Dillon in the garage. Well, he's on the inside for the restart against Kyle Busch, who did not pit. So Chastain and Reddick with 2 tires. Everybody else has 4.
Somehow, some way, you take advantage of problems like that, and this Kyle Busch has definitely done that. He's going to need to keep this track position on those old tires. If he can stay up front, keeping clean air. Got quite a few laps to go if he's going to net. He started, or he was running 15th, so you know anything above that's a net gain.
Kyle Busch has 43 more green flag laps on his tires than the cars he's racing against. Final lap of the stage, as Byron is going to handily win stage 1.
Man, Denny really
Over
rifled
Hamlin.
that thing off in there. He got loose getting into the corner. Saw it
And
wiggling.
here they come for the free pass, side by side off turn number 4. Dillon gets it.
Teammates.
Was a mechanical issue, apparently came back out, and he is back on track, 28 laps down in 32nd. Ready for the restart, stage 2, here we come.
I heard Larry mention his 12 car, Ryan Blaney. He's got some track position now. I'd see him starting to shine.
Man, William Byron just flat spanked old Blaney on that restart right there. I mean, he's every time from that top lane, those restarts have been real well. Then they shoot right to the bottom of the track to get that grip down low. But boy, they like that outside for the restarts.
Here you see Denny Hamlin on the bottom of Kevin Harvick digging back out of this hole for the second time. Christopher Bell making up for that mistake. They had a lug nut get loose. Really slow stop on the very first stop of the race. Back in contention here. Keep an eye on him.
These restarts are frantic.
I think the crew chief was right. He probably heard those radio communications.
Yeah, we're going to have to pass them on the top side. Because, you know, if they're going to rough you up, they're going to rough you up at the bottom and all that. I guess they could cut you off a little bit, but that 20 car does look good on the top side of the racetrack.
Well, who's your toughest competition? Probably your teammate, and Bell has won 4 times since Hamlin's last victory. Now Ross Chastain has been out front twice for 42 laps and holds a 1.4 second lead. Martin Truex about the quickest car on the racetrack right now. He passed Ty Gibbs to move up into 7th place, running 2370s.
You see him coming up on Buescher as well. Buescher's rolling. Got some really good lap times he's laying down. Running 6th.
4th place here. Joey Logano back on pit road.
Sun went away, and the track really changed for a lot of these guys. There's Truex going around his teammate, Denny Hamlin even. Boy, Denny's just not near as fast. late in the going here as he was early in the race. I don't know, because of the tracks picking up rubber. We talked about telling his guys, I heard him say that he wanted to free up or look at getting freed up at the end of this race.
What's wrong here? I don't know if he just got out of shape and lost his momentum, or what happened here. No, he's fallen back.
Yeah, he's way off the pace.
And here comes Chastain to win stage 2 from Byron, Blaney, Truex, and Hamlin. Well, Truex is now where he wants to be, up in the front 4. Ty Gibbs 5th, Buescher 6th, and here we go for stage 3.
Oh, good start on Chastain.
Yeah, it was a good push by Truex. He held back a little bit and rolled to them with a little bit of speed. Didn't see, like, I didn't feel as he rolled back too far, but that certainly helped Chastain get door to door with Byron.
Truex settles in 3rd ahead of Blaney.
And Truex ended up wrecking it at the end with the last lap battle. Comes a run to the inside.
I wish he'd have stayed up top. That's one thing about not driving any longer, Mike. I want to get a second steering wheel and get in or get after this.
There you go. You got Chastain on that outside. Moved up, took that line away from Truex. Let's see what this is all about. See if I can run down and pounce on Byron. It's time. There you are, Rusty.
Yeah,
you called for it.
He saw Truex doing that. He said, heck, I'm going to do it. Let's try it out.
Look what happened. Right to the bumper of 24.
I'll keep it to the top. There you go. Nail it.
I think Williams loose. See how gingerly he was getting into the corner, really backed that corner up.
New leader, Ross Chastain. This will be the 55th circuit he's led today. Well done.
That is funny.
Team
Truex gets around him now. Truex gets around William Byron with a good run on the top side.
I think Williams struggling. His car's loose. Having to back off that thing, hold pace. Got to take care of these tires.
Well, Mike, you said it earlier. You saw William Byron kick that tail out about 20 laps ago. And I'll tell you what, when that rear end kicks out, you know it's not nailed and it's going to start going away from you. And it looks like it has.
It's going to come just like that last run. When are we going to pit here?
I like the way this looks right here. They're tight now. They're getting close. And Martin starts shooting that top lane. And we know that's where the momentum's at.
Now, in the last round of green flag pit stops, Chastain took the lead from William Byron just before pit stops. We'll see if it changes again here. And here comes Truex to pit road.
Oh, Harrison Burton spins behind him, sitting sideways on pit road. Is this going to be a caution? Needs to get it going here.
Burton trying to refire
Car's coming
the
on the
machine,
pit road.
and he does. He gets away.
That's William Byron behind him. No caution.
Byron comes in, and Burton gets it turned around, and we stay green.
That was close.
Jamie.
And William Byron, they're going to make some adjustments to this race car. The 24, 4-tire stop for him. Just a little bit free is the only feedback he's given so far.
Harrison Burton comes in behind Martin Truex and locks up the brake and goes around, pretty much blocking the pit entrance. Took him a couple of seconds to get that car refired. When he finally did,
watch this.
There's Bubba Wallace coming in to pit road with
that's a tire coming apart.
Wow, look at that rubber flying off that right front tire. I mean, it was perfect time for him because he had to hit pit road. He had no choice. Right front tire coming apart.
Got into traffic, got into heavy lap traffic, and really opened the door up for Chastain, running that outside line. It's forced Truex to get off the bottom. Race is on, boys. Here we go. Got Truex mirror driving a little bit, trying to take that line away. Chastain back down to the bottom.
Tough thing for Truex. We had 42 laps to go. Yeah, that's a long way to go. And
there he is, moving him back up the racetrack. Pushed him way up that time. Mirror driving.
Chastain's tires are 2 laps fresher than Truex's. That won't be much of a factor at this point, since they were on pit road almost 30 laps ago. Now Barry's trying to stay on the lead lap here, and goes one down to Martin Truex.
That was a break for Martin Truex right there. with Harvick losing and running the top of the racetrack. Just open up that whole entire front of that track for him, where he's got some good downforce and he can really roll right now.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered, exactly what he was asking for, begging, as a matter of fact. That window opened up, seas parted, gave him actually a good buffer on that because it set him up with Barry to gain some distance on Chastain behind him.
And Chastain then went to the top of the racetrack trying to find somewhere he might be as fast or faster than Martin, because the 19's pulling away.
Well, you know that, and if I was a teammate.
It's a lot of lap traffic. Chastain moved his entry up.
Oh! Logano's day finally comes to an end the hard way.
Does it look like that right front? Is that right rear, right front down?
I thought the right
He'd been courting right fronts all day, and maybe they made a huge. Nope,
they're both
there you
down.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. Both.
So here's Logano's crash in progress.
They look like they're both up right there. They had just spun out.
All right, let's try to settle this. They will take the green with 7 laps to go. Truex and Blaney, Bell and Chastain, Keselowski and Byron. Here we go.
Chastain didn't get the jump that we were talking about. Blaney did. Great jump for Ryan Blaney.
Still hanging quarter. At your door, even.
Blaney sends it into turn 3.
Watch this Chastain, 4 tires. Truex held strong on that outside. It was a huge move by Truex, never lifted.
There he goes, clears him now. Truex gets down to the bottom of that racetrack, that preferred line that you got to have with only a handful of laps to go.
Chastain makes the pass for the second. Here comes 4 tires.
5 to go.
There's that short run speed you talked about in William Byron coming.
Here we go, battle of the tires right now. 2 versus 4. Chastain with 4 tires. Truex with 2 tires. Who can do the best job? I like Chastain going to the top right there in that second lane.
And I still like the call. James Small calling this for track position, giving his driver this track position opportunity. He almost got past getting into 3 by Blaney. Held strong, kept his foot in the gas off of 4. And if he wins this thing, it's going to be because of that gutsy move off of 4.
White flag, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Truex with a 6/10 of a second lead.
And he's running every lap like a qualifying lap right now. Hardest he's run all day long. Just like you said, Clint, a couple laps ago, the fastest lap he's ran all day long.
Younger brother Ryan gets his first Xfinity victory on Saturday, and Monday is for Martin in Dover. Martin Truex wins the Würth 400.
Old Truex sweep. 2-tire call.
Awesome job, guys. Thank you, man.
Happy for that family.
32nd career victory for Truex.
First one came here.
Second win of the season. They won it on the dirt at Bristol.